Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, back with another crypto video, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple XRP, Vechain, VET, the stock market crash, and the Bitcoin market crash. Now the first article of today I think is definitely the most interesting, and it is also most likely why a lot of you pressed. Before we get into any of that though, I do want to let you guys know that that article is not my opinion. And even the title most likely is not going to be my opinion. What the purpose of this part is, and it's a crucial part, and it's crucial that I say this, I want to showcase you guys this for educational/entertainment purposes, but also to kind of make sure that these types of articles won't really translate into FUD in the future. I want to kind of prevent those movements from happening. And this stuff is also quite important to show because this article that we're going to see right now actually popped up on a lot of my news sorting websites as the hottest article right now. Even though the amount of views on the article does not translate it at all, it is actually really quite hot. A couple of you guys have sent it to me, I think maybe 2 or 3 that have sent the article to me as well in the latest 3 minutes. So there's definitely something to say. As you guys can see, the article is called Artificial Intelligence Predicts XRP Price Will Reach 65 cents Within 2020. And straight at the bat, got me thinking all right, how has artificial intelligence thought about this? Who says it and who can verify? That's my 3 things I mainly think about. On the contrary though, I'm also thinking, are they going to have a solid conclusion? Do they really have some groundbreaking quote-unquote evidence that it's going to get to that price? And what else? What else is strange about this? Now, I read through the article, and what they really say to us is actually kind of nothing. They're kind of explaining here how the price has not been doing good. We've had a little bit of a competition with Ethereum and those types of things. But really, the most important part is at the top right here, where they're saying, right here, according to the AI service data, the price of the token will increase to around 65 cents in 2020. Unfortunately, this value is far from being consistent with the forecasts of the crypto community representatives. Some of them predict a price of at least $1. However, this is just a forecast and no one knows how the coin will actually act. So, to kind of put that in perspective, the Swell by Ripple conference was held, but XRP price did not break into significant growth. The pressure of sellers increases on the market, and despite the current decline in the price, the Wallet Investor website indicates the possibility of XRP getting into active growth. The Wallet Investor website, I briefly checked it out right here, and this is all that they got right here. Short-term bearish, and you can see most of what they got. XRP forecast short-term, you can see it's going down right here. This is the price line and the forecast trend line, really going down a little bit, but in perspective, it's relatively not that much over the whole month of November. XRP forecast on the longer term, though, is actually quite interesting, as they're estimating here that it's going to be hitting 65 cents, but over a longer term, it's kind of saying we're going to go to 0, or at least something along those lines. It's kind of what is looking right over there. XRP price target you can see right here over 14 days, and a question is, will XRP price drop/fall? They're saying yes, the price of XRP may drop from 26 cents to about 0.04 cents. The change will be minus 83%, yada, yada, yada. I definitely think it is interesting to see them say this. Will XRP hit $1 in a year, $5 in a year, $10 in a year? They're saying no to all of those. And you can see here the prices that they're predicting, or no, that have happened, I think, right? Yeah, this is historical. And you can see here the prices that are predicted to occur, which is, again, to my personal opinion, quite interesting, as don't really know where it came from or how this works, but I do know for a fact that they're definitely now quite bearish in the situation, and that is actually definitely interesting to see. So I'm thinking here, this situation is quite good for all of us to showcase as a clear example of what we should kind of ignore in the community, to a certain extent, right? Because what I'm trying to say here is, these types of articles can show you guys something if they were a little bit more elaborate, but I guess a Wallet Investor link on its own would have done us enough good as well. Now, let me elaborate here. I personally do not agree with this price prediction. That's one thing I should make clear. And also, I do not think that there is much relevance to showcasing this, but I do see the other side as well. Is it positive? No. Is it something? Yes. Should you trust the price prediction in here? Definitely not. please ignore it because I personally have no idea what type of AI they got. Not really showing me too much right here. Is it even AI or how does it work? Do they have a basis for the prices? No, not there. So in theory here, this is just a bearish article, most likely trying to push the price down, but she kind of put it into a positive twist, saying it will reach 65 cents, but over longer term here, they're predicting it to go down. I just find it interesting to report upon it. Digital Asset Investor here on Twitter says, I know a man in my town who bought as much waterfront property as he could get his hands on when I was a kid. Nobody wanted it or saw the value in it at that time. He's one of the wealthiest men in town now. Now, depending on what your town is at, this can really be, ridiculous. No, just kidding. I just wanted to say, I wanted to make a little bit of a joke, but I'm actually kind of taking that back now. In any town, you could be really rich and the rest could be poor. So my joke does not really hold. The interesting part about this, though, is the replies here. Michael, I think he says, let's see in 20 more years what happens to this or to his wealth if the sea level rises substantially. That's one fun part, because of course there's bad sides to this as well. But the real interesting part here was actually with Joel Katz, who said, you're just in time to buy soon-to-be waterfront property all over the country. And this is really where it became kind of interesting, because David Schwartz actually replied that to Digital Asset Investor. To me, that is actually really kind of crazy. I couldn't even believe my eyes when I saw that. I was like, what? Did he really just say that? But yes, that's actually a very bullish signal for XRP. I personally am thinking here. Mr. BXP replies and asks, hey, David, did you mean that you believe many homeowners will be underwater in their homes? Was the statement on global warming or even something else? Thank you, sir. But yeah, I'm seeing this as a positive thing, even though it's put into a really kind of neutral context here. I'm seeing this as a good, really interesting statement. He probably thought about that because our go-to David Schwartz actually has some really, really key statements everywhere. I got another article here for XRP. XRP surprise may witness surge post-descending channel breach. These types of articles are always okay to read. I would personally not do many a day, most likely because you're just reading about what some guy thinks. But in this case, it's technical analysis here. They're showcasing you guys a little bit of what they're expecting following indicators. So to a certain extent, I'm saying this is really quite fine. It's not going to do you any harm because they're not really predicting anything. They're just kind of saying what's been going on. Considering the formation of the aforementioned pattern, the price of XRP may breach 0.2658 and head towards 30 cents. But they're being positive, so I guess that's nice for a lot of you readers, because I'm assuming that a lot of you guys like to see this type of really bullish stuff. For Vechain VET, might be my own ignorance, I don't really know, but I mostly like price analysis more with VET than with any other coin. Reason for that is with Vechain, all we covered for a very long time was just the price. We were talking about it every single day for a little while just because there were not many articles written on the coins. And yeah, right now, I guess I can steer away from it because there's enough attention. But still, it kind of hits me in the heart when I see a price prediction from VET. I just want to check it out and see if I think it is real. One thing I think everybody should do right now is just check the differences between Vechain and VET, just to make sure that you are on the same page with me here with what the coin really does and what the foundation really does. What they said right here is about to hit the Walmart zone / ATF resistance. If you're not paying yourself, and then you can see right here, look at that, how far it's gotten. And here, if you're not taking profits, the market will take it for you. The point it's trying to make here is that this resistance was most likely from when Walmart China was first announced with Vechain. Don't exactly know if that's the date, but I'm going to be assuming that that was the case. Maybe it was even here. It could be either of them. And right now we're getting close to that point again, and he's trying to point out that you should be taking profits. Again, this is not financial advice, just for entertainment purposes only. But this guy here on Twitter, at Loma Crypto, is saying, make sure you pay yourself well because you most likely bought it cheap. Otherwise, the market is going to come and get you. Kind of meaning that you're going to take a lot of losses if you don't follow along with it now. Even though this is always your own choice, you should think about the realistic possibility of coins not going up forever. This case here, Vechain is minus 2% on the day, 30+% on the week, and doing relatively good over the hour. But you really don't know what it's going to be doing tomorrow. You really don't know how this resistance is going to be turning out. What you could do is, either close it just, short around there, or kind of close around here. Wait, let me use different words than close and short. Okay, yes, I got it. So maybe close your position near this line right here, and then try to open one back up, either at this point right here, maybe, or above it, because they're actually taking this zone right here. We just take it a little bit above, I guess, right here. You can just open another long, for example. But we could close one possibly here already and then wait what's going to happen. We could, again, maybe even sell one if it goes below any point. You can just kind of think about that. I haven't checked it out too much, but there's a couple of things you can do here to make sure that you are going to stay in profit, or at least going to be in profit with some major moves. The only thing that will hurt you for a short while is sideways movement. But with Vechain, the chance of sideways movement right now was so freaking hot. Yeah, I don't know. I see those chances quite small. At the top here, the pot stock crash would dent Bitcoin prices, claims Peter Schiff. Now, I don't know how I can show, or if I can show these types of videos or things in videos, but we all know it's for educational purposes only. No promotions are being done. No harm is intended or anything like that. Just make sure I state that out. The pot stock crash will dent Bitcoin price, claims Peter Schiff. Peter Schiff is trying to tell us that the price of Bitcoin will crash in the aftermath of the pot stock meltdown, but he is wrong. And that is actually a twist that I did not see from the title. I was actually quite convinced that they were going to be telling us why that was going to be going through. Well, as we all know, or at least as a lot of us know, Peter Schiff is a real Bitcoin hater. He's saying that, I guess he hates Bitcoin, period, and he believes that speculators will start dumping Bitcoin after the pot stock crash. The crypto asset and pot stocks do not have a correlation, and Schiff's argument stands defeated given that the two assets have entirely different characteristics. One point I would like to make is here from Michael Dioro. He says, Bitcoin is often described as an uncorrelated asset, thus a suitable hedge against risks in traditional financial markets, but is it really? I've taken a look at daily returns on Bitcoin, several stock markets, and gold, and the answer obvious, it is. Gold as well, by the way. And you can actually check out the correlation between Bitcoin stock markets and gold right here. You can kind of see the correlation here within the graph, so you can just quickly do that for yourself. 1 being perfectly correlated, 0 being no correlation at all. You can just check it out for yourself. It's a little bit too small to really check, and I think it's a picture, not a tweet. So if you're really interested, just quickly go to Keladoro's his own Twitter account, so you can just see the whole tweet for yourself and zoom in a little bit. But the fun part is how huge the correlations are, at least how they are looking. So you can see S&P 500. I don't even know what it says right here. But you can see that it's very red. So most likely, okay, this is not to Bitcoin though. I guess here's to Bitcoin. I guess for Bitcoin, they're all kind of neutral, kind of being nothing. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a negative correlation, meaning that if Bitcoin is going to go up, those stocks go down. Just for the people who didn't know about it. But yeah, it's pretty interesting to see that there is a little bit of correlation, but not that much. And most likely with the pot stock here, there's not that much of a correlation. Most likely no correlation at all. But the fun part is that he is a very well-known Bitcoin hater. And, these types of titles might trick a lot of you guys in the beginning. And afterwards, you see the name. At least at first, I didn't see the name, even though it's in there. And I also didn't understand that they were going to be telling us why he's wrong. I thought they were going to confirm why he was right. But yeah, definitely quite an interesting article. There's a lot of things I still need to show you guys from Twitter, but they're going to leave it for today here, guys. Hopefully you all did enjoy a little bit of a strange video. I know, a couple of strange articles, a couple of strange facts, a couple of strange ideas, but let me know how you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody, and have a very nice day.